Whoa!
What's going on, guys?
Alright, so this is another news, rumors, and spec video. And I'll take it first. I got a few things, and then we'll see what Brandon's got. Okay, so there's a comic book coming out in December, and it's called The Union. And The Union was supposed to spin from Empire, but it didn't. They didn't do it that way. They actually rewrote it, repenciled it, and they're going to make it come off of King in Black. So the team is Britannia, Union Jack, the Choir, Snakes, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's either Kelpie or Kelpie. I think it's Kelpie though. So that should be pretty interesting. And I saw a couple pictures of covers, 2 covers, and it looks pretty cool. Plus, I'm going to be getting King in Black anyway, so
Definitely.
And then IDW is coming out with a comic called Transformers Escape, and it's coming out in December. It's a 5-book series, and it's going to be told from rescuers and refugees' point of view during the World War on Cybertron. So that should be neat.
Yeah, that seems interesting.
And then the last thing is, this is a rumor that Lucasfilm is already in production of a show for Disney Plus based on a young version of Jedi Mace Windu.
That seems interesting.
Which was Samuel L. Jackson's character. Samuel L. Jackson is involved, but he's only going to be playing his older self. They're going to hire an actor to play the young version. So that should be pretty cool too. So that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, alright. So Harry Styles confirmed to be headed to the MCU. Justin Kroll exclusive in his first acting gig since Dunkirk. So Harry Styles, you know, if y'all didn't know, he was in the movie Dunkirk. And he's set to join the ensemble of Olivia Wilde's next directing job. Chris Tapley said, and that he said, second, if we're counting on Marvel movie no one knows he's in. So basically saying that he's in one, nobody knows, and they're thinking that, you know, maybe he's in the Eternals movie. Okay, next, this is official, the confirmed panels for New York City Comic Con. Animaniacs, Books of Blood, Hellstrom, MODOK and Monsterland. Let's see, MODOK is it's gonna be on Hulu. It's gonna be an animated series and it's gonna be on Hulu. So that's gonna be very interesting. Okay, let's see. Wonder Woman. Now Wonder Woman, you know, supposed to got changed to October, and I was like, you know, okay. I'm thinking in my mind, I doubt that's gonna happen, but it ended up getting changed for December, and I heard it was possibly rumor it was possibly gonna be on Christmas Day. So I mean, I really want to see it, but you know, they want to make the most money possible, so they're not gonna release it when, you know, things aren't really back to normal because, you know, the COVID going around. Okay, so the chief of Sony says they won't put any movies until movie theaters are operating at close to full capacity. So Spider-Man 3 is supposed to be now, end of 2021, only if things are, normal-ish. So, I mean...
And that means Venom, too.
Yeah. So
Excuse me.
That sucks, but I understand, they want to... I mean, PS5's about to come out, movies isn't everything for them. So, I mean, they can afford to do that. But still, I mean, that sucks. I really was looking forward to seeing Venom 2 with Carnage and Spider-Man 3,
Yeah. Well, if they wanted to, they could release it on, some kind of a pay-per-view event.
Yeah.
If they're not gonna have it in movie theaters, they could do that. Put some kind of different packages together or something to make money off of it and make money off of merchandise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're just greedy. They want the most money possible.
Yeah, of course. I mean... Okay, now... WandaVision. Official WandaVision is going to be released at the end of the year in December. I think that's great news.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, I didn't think we were going to get much this year, but that's coming out, and that's, that's going to be sick. I mean, I talked about it before, but with Monica Rambeau supposed to be in it, and,
Disney Plus is going to be making a bunch of money this winter, I'm going to tell you that, if all these shows start coming out.
Yeah. I mean, that's just basically the start of Phase 4. So that's huge. Okay, and... Alright. So, Jonathan Majors joins the MCU in a lead role in Ant-Man 3. And is likely to play the main villain as King the Conqueror. Okay, and... Alright, so Iron Lad. Iron Lad is Nathaniel Nate Richards. And Iron Lad's first appearance was the Young Avengers #1 2005. Okay, if you didn't know. Okay, and he gets rescued by his future self, Kang the Conqueror. Kang is hoping to inspire and save his younger self, and save him from what could be his villainous future. But it just makes him want to go even further back in the past. Now, Iron Lad, I believe, it's the dude in where Iron Man's funeral was, and he's way in the back when you're looking at the screen on the right hand side of the screen. It's this teenager boy standing there, and that's him. I believe that's him, and he's in the Young Avengers, but he's Kang too apparently in the future. So that's very interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, Kang. It was just a matter of time before they introduced him to the MCU, and yeah, that was I think Iron Man's protege. Iron Lad. So. It would make sense. I mean, he's already, shown up in the MCU as that kid. And his younger self was in, I think, one of the Iron Man movies, too.
Yeah.
So that's where Tony Stark first met him.
Okay, so Kang's first appearance, well, could be named more than just King the Conqueror. There's other names for him, but... is in Fantastic Four #19, 1963 as Rama Tut. If that's how you pronounce it. And then also, the first appearance of him as Kang is in Avengers #8, 1964. So, he's multiple names. Also, so he's a time-traveling villain. That depending on how and where you meet him may be presented by a different name, and he can end up being played by different actors throughout the time, him coming into movies or TV shows or whatever, because he's got different names. And Okay, and then he's also a pharaoh in ancient Egypt named of Immortus. And he is maybe introduced into, he's definitely going to be in Ant-Man 3, and then he's a distant relative of Reed Richards.
Yeah, so that seems to me like it's a setup to introduce the Fantastic Four later on.
And speaking of that, Reed Richards is rumored could be in Ant-Man 3, introduced in Ant-Man 3. So that would be an interesting, definitely a good way to bring him in, you know.
And let's not forget, somebody's supposed to bought the Avengers building, right?
Yeah. But you know, some people are speculating it could be the Fantastic Four, but other people, Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn, yeah.
So that's, you know, if you see in what was it? Was it Spider-Man Homecoming, I think, and he was swinging through the city, and you see an Avengers old tower, and it said bought or something, I can't remember it, and then I was like, you know, that's when people were like, oh, you know, what could it be? But, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, that might be setting it up for Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion or something.
I'd say so. And last but not least, so there's been a bunch of different Black Widow, you know, release date changes, and is it going to be released on video on demand? You know, how are they going to do that? You know, they want to make the most money because it's supposed to be a huge blockbuster film like Captain Marvel and, you know, all other stuff, which is, of course, understandable. But, so it was originally most likely to be released in 2021. They were saying it got pushed back to, originally got pushed back to November 6th, and then they said, no, it's going to be 2021. And then also, there's this thing came out, this article or whatever, and they said Black Widow arrives for localization process for different countries, and India received their cut, so they're going to dub it in 5 different Indian languages, right? And then November, you know, I was like November 6th might stick for the release date, blah, blah, blah. But now news sources are saying, and more reliable sources are saying, that it's now being delayed to 2021. So.
Yeah, they don't want to lose money.
Yeah.
I mean, only thing they can do, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to see that movie too, but I mean, if we have to wait, we have to wait, and nothing we can do about it.
You know, if they come out with it and they charge people to see it, they'll pay.
I mean, they're saying like for Mulan, they did the video on demand Premiere Access, or you know, Disney Plus, or I think it's Disney Plus Premiere Access, or it's Premiere Access, something like that for Disney, and I guess it charged you a specific fee or something like that to watch the movie, and it didn't do as well as they thought. So now, you know, with this type of movie, who knows? But it's different than Mulan. I mean, Mulan I think would be very cool. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
but
I think there's more fans. Marvel movies, DC movies got more fans than Mulan. Mulan is, you know, more Disney.
Yeah, like I mean,
that's comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah, I know. So you know, I think Black Widow would definitely make a lot more if they release it on video on demand, but who knows? And the Mandalorian trailer we just watched. I mean, it wasn't nothing special, but that show's gonna be.
I'm excited for it to come out.
Oh yeah.
See it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if Ahsoka Tano's in it.
Yeah, Ahsoka and Sabine Wren, right?
Yeah, Sabine Wren, they say.
And maybe possible rumor of Ezra
Bridger.
Yeah.
But,
you know.
You know what happens? Shows come out and stuff, man. People say everybody's coming back. Or everybody's going to show up in it.
Yeah, but there was a picture, and I think it was, what's her name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ahsoka, and then it was like art for the.
Well, Ahsoka.
It was Ahsoka and
they hired
Sabine,
Rosario Dawson to play Ahsoka.
Yeah, no, and it was Sabine. I thought so. And then it was also I think Rex, because they had a stormtrooper with
So we know Ahsoka's going to be in it. It's just a matter of Sabine whether she's going to be in it
on the helmet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So hopefully they will be in it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Alright, so if you guys like the video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when our next video drops. Peace.
See ya.